In today's video, I'm going to give you the top 10 loadouts you can be using right now in Call of Duty Warzone. For these first three, I'm going to give you kind of some bonus loadouts that you can definitely be using that are definitely competitive and are a lot of fun to use just in general. So fun to share with your friends, whatever. Black Ops 7 is coming. Black Ops 7 Warzone is coming. Black Ops 7 Warzone build codes are coming. That's going to be so much simpler. I absolutely cannot wait for that. Build codes will work like I give you the build code in this video, and what happens, you go into the build code and it literally just throws all the attachments in there for you. You don't have to go find all the attachments. I'll still tell you all the attachments and kind of what they do, but that way you can just throw in the build code, go try it for yourself, and have some fun. I cannot wait for the build codes for Black Ops 7 Warzone. It's going to be lit. For this first one, we got the ABRA1 and the Lockman Shroud. For the ABRA1, this specific one, like I said, the burst fire on this does not have any recoil, man. Like, you can let go of it. Just doesn't have any recoil because it's a burst fire weapon, right? After that first burst, you don't have any recoil after it. Next is this Lockman Shroud. The Lockman Shroud is definitely slept on for sure. I like to use it in tac stance as well. Gets rid of a lot of that visual recoil, but Lockman Shroud is great. For the Lockman Shroud, I'm rocking the Jack/Underbarrel. We're running that for movement speed, sprint speed, and vertical recoil. 50 round drum, giving this a 50 round mag, obviously. Mirror recoil, 56 factory stock, giving this a buff to aiming idle sway, firing aim stability, recoil control, and a buff to the gun kick control. Then we're rocking the Chimera Laser Light. This allows you to put it, well, it doesn't allow you to put it in tac stance, but when you put it in tac stance, it's way more accurate. Aim walking steadiness buff, a buff to the tac stance spread, a buff to the sprint to fire speed, and a buff to the aim down sight speed. Then you want to run this Jack Decimator, which will turn this into a burst fire SMG, into the full auto SMG, giving you a bullet velocity buff, a aim walking speed buff, a fire rate buff, and a flinch resist buff. Then for the ABRA1, I'm rocking the ported compensator muzzle. It gives you a huge buff to the first shot recoil and a vertical recoil control buff. Then I like the Kepler Microflex, just a really solid optic here, and use whatever optic makes you comfortable. I like the Gain Twist Barrel for sure, giving you a huge bullet velocity buff. I like the vertical foregrip, buffing the horizontal recoil control by a lot. And then the Extended Mag 2, giving this a 60 round mag. Next up, we have the PP919, but as an AR. I absolutely love this build. You guys have seen this build if you've been a part of the channel. I love this build so much. It's a lot of fun to run. And then we're rocking the Superior 46 with this. If you like movement, you like the Superior 46. It may not be meta, but it is fun when it comes to movement. Let me show this to you in the firing range, just kind of how this thing performs. It's not bad. 50 meters there. It's going to take a little bit more, but mid-range right here, 85 rounds. I mean, you're rocking 25 meters right there, dude. That's a lot of fun to run. And then, of course, the Superior, fast as heck, man. Just so good, dude. Movement's not really on point right now, but PTK is not terrible. It's around it's a little over 600. I enjoy the Superior quite a bit. A lot of fun, man. For the Superior, I'm going to rock the Bore 99 short barrel. I like the Jack/Underbarrel. This will give you a huge buff to the movement speed, sprint speed, and vertical recoil control. That Bore 99 short barrel will give you a huge buff to the sprint fire speed and movement speed as well. The 40 round mag, the Phantom Grip gives you another sprint to fire speed buff and aim down sight speed buff. And the Rescue 9 stock not only gives you recoil control buff, but it also gives you a sprint speed, movement speed, and tactical sprint speed buff. For the PP919, I'm using the Otero Red Dot optic. Use whatever optic makes you comfortable. I like the compensator muzzle here. The long barrel for sure, buffing this out to about 16.6 meters, but it just feels incredible. Then the Mag 1, giving this an 85 round mag. And then the overpressured rounds here, absolutely a blast to use. You definitely need some overpressured for sure, but this thing is fun to use for sure. Next up, we have the XM4, which I don't hear a lot of people talking about, to be honest. And then the FJX Horus here, a lot of fun to run as well. For the XM4, I'm rocking the Mono Suppressor, gives you a buff to the bullet velocity and damage range. The Reinforced Barrel here, giving you a huge buff to the damage range and bullet velocity again. I like the Extended Mag 2 here. The Buffer Weight stock, giving you a huge buff to the vertical and horizontal recoil control. And another buff to the recoil control would be the Recoil Springs. Then with the FJX Horus, I'm rocking the Slate Reflector optic. I like the Shadow Strike Suppressor S muzzle, the Xen 9 long barrel, the Jack/Underbarrel, and the 60 round drum. A lot of fun to run, man. We'll show you here in the firing range, but like I said, the XM4 feels great. If you need an optic, just take off the recoil springs and you're good to go. For the FJX Horus, feels pretty good. Kind of fun to run. Not bad TTK, doesn't feel like, at least. have some fun with it. Next, I have the AMAX. The AMAX feels incredible right now, and the KSV is obviously a very good mid 600 millisecond TTK, very steady option and easy to use. For the AMAX, I'm running the mono suppressor here, giving you another buff to the bullet velocity and a damage range. Reinforced barrel, damage range and bullet velocity buff here again. No cons here. 69.9 meters is our max damage range here. Very solid option. Vertical foregrip here, giving you a horizontal recoil control buff. Extended mag 2, giving you a 60 round mag. And then I like the recoil springs, which helps the recoil tremendously for sure. Let me show this one too here in the firing range. The recoil on this is a little bit harder to control, but still, if you can control it, man, the AMAX is fantastic for sure. And then the KSV that we're going to give you is so good, man. I love the KSV for sure, but absolutely love the KSV. For this KSV, I'm running compensator muzzle. That'll give you a buff to the vertical recoil control. Long barrel here, buffing the damage range all the way out to 20 meters, which is good. Damage range buff all the way out to 20 meters. The vertical foregrip giving you a horizontal recoil control buff again. Extended mag 2, and no stock here, giving you a hip fire movement speed, and strafing movement speed buff, which is really solid, and you feel it. Next, we have the Ames 85 paired with the SOG. The SOG is very underrated right now. I'm not sure why not a lot of people are using it, but I absolutely love the Ames 85. The Ames 85, we're running the monolithic suppressor. Gives you a buff to the bullet velocity and another buff to the damage range. We're sitting at about 47 meters right here. This is definitely more resurgence, sniper support option, maybe even 2. I like the reinforced barrel here. If you want to buff that damage range a little bit more, you can definitely buff that, but the bullet velocity is going to take a little bit of a hit, so that's up to you. Extended mag 2, giving this a 60 round mag. And then we're rocking the vertical foregrip for even more horizontal recoil control. And then I like the recoil springs for even, I'm trying to make this thing as zero recoil as possible, and it does work. The recoil springs really help this, of course, a lot, but you can definitely put on the overpressured rounds instead of the recoil springs if you want. But this thing does not have hardly any movement, man. It is so much fun to run. Absolutely insane. And then we're running the SOG with this, right? So SOG feels incredible. Feels almost exactly like the Mac 10 used to back in the day, with a little bit more damage to me. Absolutely love the Mac 10 or the SOG. For that SOG, we're rocking the long barrel here. This will push this damage at effective range out to 16.5 meters with a damage range buff. Range of foregrip helps out with movement and horizontal recoil control for sure. Then we have the extended mag 2 here, giving this a 55 round mag. I like the commando grip here for sure. The light stock will help a ton with hip fire movement speed and movement speed, along with strafing movement speed as well. Absolutely love the SOG right now. Very solid option. Next, we have the Cypher 91. Cypher 91 still feels absolutely incredible. If you can control the recoil on this thing, man, it's so good, dude. Like it's the base damage for me that is so good. And then of course we still have the C9, which is still insanely good. I don't know what it is about the ground loot C9s. For some reason, those seem to feel a little better, but the C9 is great as well. I've got it built for a little bit more movement than I do for damage, but yeah, man, these two options are great. For the Cypher, I'm running the monolithic suppressor. You definitely want to run this if you want more bullet velocity and damage range. We're looking at about 60 meters, which is good. You can even sacrifice some of that damage range in bullet velo. Bullet velo is tough because it's only at 1,000, but you can run something like the ported compensator, and then instead of the recoil springs that we're going to run, which does give it a horizontal and vertical recoil control buff, you can run something like the overpressured rounds or something like that, which is solid. Then we're rocking the long barrel, giving this another damage range buff. The vertical foregrip here, giving it a buff to the horizontal recoil control. The extended mag 2, giving it a 60 round mag, and like I said, we are running those that recoil springs. Again, run the overpressured and run the ported compensator instead. Completely up to you if you have trouble with the recoil. For that C9, I'm rocking the long barrel here. This will buff the damage range out to about 18 meters, which is good. The extended mag 1, just for movements purposes, 40 round mag. Extended mag 2 has a 50, completely fine if you go that way route. Commando grip here, giving it a aim down sight speed buff, jumping sprint to fire speed buff, jumping aim down sight speed buff, and a sprint to fire speed buff. No stock here because it does not affect your recoil, running it for the hip fire movement speed, and strafing movement speed. And then I like the recoil springs here. It just helps keep that recoil controllable and it's just really nice. I like the recoil springs here. Next, we have an 8 attachment kilo build for you. I got this from Booyah. Booyah is a Xen member like me, part of the Xen team. And then he also is a part of, he played World Series of Warzone this weekend and all this. And he sent me this in order to run. This is what he ran during World Series of Warzone. So pretty cool kilo build here, 8 attachment kilo. And so we're running the Gunfighter wild card, which will not be in Black Ops 7 Warzone, by the way. They're taking away wild cards and they're just adding back overkill as a base perk, which is nice. But then we have the Grekova kind of that you can run with this. For the kilo, he's rocking the RNK multi-zoom, the monolithic suppressor here, giving it a bullet velocity and damage range buff. Got the gain twist barrel buffing that bullet velo, which this is at a 1629 bullet velo right now. Damage at effective range is only 49 meters though, so if you want to kind of buff both at the same time, rock the reinforced barrel, you'll be just fine. Vertical foregrip here for sure. Extended mag 2, giving it a 60 round mag. The quick draw grip, giving it a huge aim down sight speed buff. The combat stock, giving it flinch resistance and aim walking movement speed buff. And then he's rocking the recoil springs to buff the recoil control even more. Let's take a look at this in the firing range. I don't love the optic here. This particular iron sight, or this particular sight on this, I like the optic, excuse me. I just don't like the reticle. The reticle is rough. The one I recommend is in multiplayer, and you go get it by, it's called a clean reticle for obvious reasons, and it's like the T-pose reticle if you played Modern Warfare 19 back in the day. The T-pose reticle is just great. I don't see another one that I recommend. Maybe this one at range. Let me go check that out real quick live here for you. Yeah, that's probably a better, I like that one a little bit better. That helps me center up things a little bit more. So yeah, that's kind of nice for sure. But yeah, man, I absolutely love this build. And then of course that Grekova, using it as an SMG, absolutely solid choice as a secondary option for yeah, it's great, man. It's absolutely insanely good. Paired up with this kilo, man, feels great. For that Grekova, I'm rocking the Kepler Microflex. I like the compensator muzzle here, the reinforced barrel for sure, the extended mag 3, and the recoil springs again. Then the GPR91 and the Jackal PDW are fantastic options. Usually I would run the kilo without an optic or something like ranked or something like that as a primary, and then run the Jackal secondary, but the GPR91 is fantastic too. Let me show that to you here in the firing range real quick. But again, guys, if you guys enjoyed this style of video, man, make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button, hit that noti bell if you've made it this far. And that usually means that you probably like the stuff that I'm cooking up, man. And we're got Black Ops 7 coming out. We've got the new build codes, Black Ops 7 Warzone coming out. Rebirth Island staying around. New Resurgence map's going to be dope. We'll see how it is. I'm not going to say it's dope yet because I haven't played it again. But, you know, let's just have some fun, man. If you guys enjoy these style of videos, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, man. I really appreciate it. For this GPR, I'm rocking the Volsky Reflex Optic. I like the monolithic suppressor here for obvious reasons. Reinforced barrel for sure. I like the extended mag 2 for a 60 round mag, and the recoil springs to really help that recoil control. Then we got the Jackal long barrel here for sure, buffing this about 17 meters, which is good. Ranger foregrip for a little bit more movement. Extended mag 2, giving it a 50 round mag. No stock for sure for way more movement speed. And then the recoil springs for sure. I love the recoil springs for this one. Thank you guys again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that noti bell. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.